Transport Minister Barbara Creecy says adding the 11 third-party train operators to the Transnet network is a significant step in the country's rail reform journey, set to contribute to a more efficient, reliable and sustainable rail system.
Of the 25 operating companies that applied, 11 have met the necessary requirements and will proceed to the next stage of negotiations and contracting. The initial allocations on a total of 41 routes and 6 corridors are as follows. The North Corridor, there will be 6 new entrants on 15 routes for the transportation of coal and chrome. On the Iron Ore Corridor, there will be 1 new entrant and 1 route for the transportation of iron ore. On the Cape Corridor, there will be 2 new entrants and 2 routes for the transportation of manganese.
New entrants who have met the requirements will be guided by transport's regulatory frameworks and are expected to enter into a contract with Transnet to secure port offloading capacity and other operational processes before operations can start in the coming year.
New entrants who have met the requirements will receive conditional award letters outlining award conditions, including the need to complete the Railway Safety Regulator's permit applications, rolling stock readiness, securing port offloading capacity, and other operational processes.
The train operating companies will supplement Transnet's forecasted volumes and contribute to government's target of increasing freight movement by rail to 250 million tons per annum by 2029.
Our target is that by 2029 we've got to be moving 250 million tons of freight on the Transnet network. At the moment we are moving something in the region of about 160 million tons a year. This means that there is 90 million tons that needs to be moved, but currently Transnet doesn't have the capacity to move it. So the 11 operators that we announced today will be operating across the priority freight corridors. They will be moving mining commodities, agricultural commodities, and general containers, freight containers.
Transnet CEO Michelle Phillips says the rail reform comes at an opportune time for the business that is now stabilizing, with expectations of a further government guarantee of 16 billion rand from the National Treasury to help with operations.
We've applied for the 16.4 billion, as Minister has indicated. Remember, we don't only run railways, we run ports as well. So 10 billion of that 16 billion, Minister, is for the North Corridor as well as for the Ore Corridor. And then the balance of that is for the Durban deepening and then the berth in Kucha.
Minister Barbara Creecy says the third-party process is guided by certainty and responsive to the country's rail reform program towards a future where railways can drive economic growth and job creation, emphasizing that they are not privatizing Transnet. The Transnet Rail Infrastructure Manager will open applications for parties who wish to submit ad hoc applications for additional or new route allocations in the coming week. The target remains that of increasing freight moved by rail to 250 million tons per annum by the year 2029. I'm Katla Rologodi, SABC News in Pretoria.